thread class. In that there is a constructor we discussed, and we can create the number of threads and the start function to dispatch the thread, set name and get name to set our own thread name and to get the name of the thread. Name attribute is used for both of them to do it. Set name and get name are deprecated. Is alive will decide the execution status of the thread. True in the case of under execution, false in the case of not. There is a before execution and after the execution. Join function to make the child threads to join until they join with the main thread. This is what we completed. And we learned also how to create multiple threads in the class with object oriented programming, I said, and with functional programming also we said, and the number of approaches also explained to you people. Number of approaches to develop multi-threading applications. We discussed both of them with by using functional programming, by using object oriented programming. This part was already completed. So next, today's part, we are going to enter into the deadlock occurrence concept. I want to tell. Deadlock occurrence. How do you eliminate the deadlocks? By using synchronization concept. How to implement the lock class, and followed by programming examples. So I'm going to enter into the deadlock occurrence, and also deadlock elimination, and this is also deadlock elimination and applying the synchronization concept. Deadlock elimination by using synchronization concept. Let me start discussing about this topic. Very simple. Already in the last session, we learned how to create multiple threads. So if I open it, object oriented programming, there is a squares class called squares cubes. In that there is a function called squares. In that there is a function called cubes. How many threads I was created? Two threads, thread 1 and thread 2. What this model says, I'm going to give you small diagram I am telling, try to follow. So what is happening here? Model 1, I am writing model 1. What we discussed it. Model 1, what we discussed it. So 50% of the applications, 50% of the applications will follow model 1. What is there in the model 1, students? In the model 1, what we discussed it. So I'm trying to bring out this kind of thing. In the model 1, we created thread T1, thread T1, thread T2, thread T3, like that, thread T4, thread T4. Multiple threads I am having. So you know how to create the multiple threads. Each thread is having its own function to execute. X function, Y function, Z function, and then K function, and then K function. And I'm going to write it here. Dot start, T1 dot start, T2 dot start, T2 dot start, and next is called what T3 dot start, T3 dot start, and the T4 dot start. Already you have seen this type of system in the class. Because of start, what is happening? Can you tell me what is happening? Because of this T1 dot start, T2 dot start, what will happen? They are entering into their respective methods and getting executed, and giving its own result. So here I am going to write it and giving its own result. This is called one separate flow of control. One separate flow of control. This is also one separate flow of control having their own flow. So students, this is also called its own flow. Okay. So finally, we are going to get it. These are the separate flows of controls. So we are going to get Here separate result is coming. RDS. Here also separate result is coming. Here also separate result is coming. All of them are going to get separate results here. Results we are getting it. These results, what we are getting, are called thread safety results. Why they are thread safety? Each thread is executing its own function. These results are known as what? Thread safety. Spell out. Thread safety result. ఇప్పుడు పలుకుతా ఉండండి. Otherwise, you'll get a problem. What result it is? Thread safety result. Thread safety result. Yesterday, one student came at 6 o'clock to join new Python batch. So he is asking, two students came from Srikakulam, from Srikakulam district to join Python, which is going to start on Monday. He is asking, sir, in the Python, will you cover OOPS also, OOPS concepts? Yes, we will cover. He is asking, will you cover pilgrimage is saying, pilgrimage. Will you cover pilgrimage in OOPS? Pilgrims are nothing but what? వాళ్ళు తీర్థయాత్రలకు వెళ్తారు కదా, వాళ్ళను పిలిగ్రిమేజెస్ అంటారు. హిజ్ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఈజ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం. పాలిమార్ఫిజం ని ఆయన అట్లా పిలుస్తున్నాడు. ఏమి రాదు. మళ్ళా చూస్తే మళ్ళా ఇట్లా ఈ ఫ్యాషన్ ఒకటి తెలుసు కదా మీకు, ఇలా అంటే మళ్ళా ఫ్యాషన్ ఒకటి, పిలిగ్రిమేజ్ వాడు పక్కన అది కాదంటున్నాడు, ఏదో సంథింగ్ వాడు ఇంకొకటి ఏదో చెప్తున్నాడు. పాలిమార్ఫిజమా ఈ సైడ్? ఎస్ ఎస్, పాలిమార్ఫిజం ఈ సైడ్. Polymorphism and that also don't have the difference. And those people wanted, I asked, what is your qualification? BTech. BTech, and he's saying this. Mechanical or CSE, I said, CSE only. Don't know the terminology also. So that is what the students' knowledge today. Spell out. అందుకని అప్పుడప్పుడు పలుకుతూ ఉండాలి. What is that result? Thread safety result. So your words will make you to decide what is your caliber by the opposite person. Correct? Pilgrimage, polynomials, ఇవన్నీ ఉండవు. ఉంటాయా? What will be there? Polymorphism. How many OOPS features are there? Huh? How many OOPS features? How many OOPS features I said? మీరు కూడా అంతే, ఆయన బ్రదర్సే, మీరంతా బ్రదర్స్ అండ్ సిస్టర్స్. How many OOPS features lost? Pillar back student. How many OOPS features completed? OOPS completed? Not completed, correct? Completed, not completed? Completed. How many OOPS features? How many? Why are you looking that side? How many? Seeing the chart window. How many? Front student. Front student. Front mundu. How many? Don't fold the hands. How many? 6. What are those? What are those? Don't know. But you will tell my name. Who is your faculty means you will tell my name. Next, other student. Adjacent student. How many OOPS features? Last. How many? How many? 6. What are those? చదువు గీదు ఏం లేదా మనకు? ఎప్పుడైనా చదివేదిలే. తెలుగు, హిందీ. నెక్స్ట్, బ్లాక్ టీ షర్ట్. హౌ మెనీ? 6. ఎందుకు వాళ్ళు ఇద్దరు చెప్పారనా? నెక్స్ట్, హౌ మెనీ? 6. హౌ మెనీ? 7. నెక్స్ట్, హౌ మెనీ? 6. ఎందుకు నమ్మకం లేదా ఆయన మీద? వాట్ ఆర్ ద 7 క్లాసెస్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, డేటా అబ్స్ట్రాక్షన్, ఎన్కాప్సులేటరా? డేటా ఎన్కాప్సులేషన్ కాదు బాబు. డేటా ఎన్కాప్సులేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్, పాలిమారిజం. అది ఈజీగా చెప్పేయాలి నువ్వు, ఎందుకంటే మనం రోజు చేసే పని అదే. వాట్ ఇస్ దట్? వాట్ ఇస్ దట్? అదర్స్, మెసేజ్ పాసింగ్. హౌ మెనీ? 7. 7. 6 అని చెప్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు ముగ్గురు. 7 are there and you people are saying 6. Nothing is there. Brain is there. Shut up. How do you survive? It's a problem for you. Try to go to Himalayas, okay? So, come to the point back. Here I am going to have it. 4 threads are there. Each thread is having its own separate type of function is available. They are executing their own thing. How they created the thread objects here? How the thread objects created here? T1 is equal to threading dot thread off. What is happening there? Thread off. What is the function they written? Target is equal to what function? X function. Next is called one more kind of thing I am taking. One more thing I am writing. T2 I am going to take it. T2. T2 I am writing. This is called Y function. This is called Y function. One more kind of thread I am creating. This is called T3 I am taking. This is called Y and this is called Z. And one more type of function I am taking. One more type of function I am taking. T4. This is called Z. This is called K. I am going to take it K. These are called the threads what we have. These threads are going to do what? These threads are going to do what? Having a separate destination. The separate target is available. Separate target functions are available. That means a separate person who is running in the same kind of function X. This are running in their own path. So no threads are interfering to each other's execution. That's why we are able to get which result? Thread safety result. This is called a model 1 application that we discussed already. What is the model 2 application? I am going to give you. This is called a model 1 application. What is the model 2 application I am going to talk? Model 2 application will be something like this. Try to take care about that. Try to take care about the same type of logic. Get this, I am trying to show model number 2. Model number 2 I am trying to show you here. The model number 2 says that it is something like this. What is that? You try to watch it. Try to watch it here, students. So try to remove. Now I'm going to take a the function name is called what? Some function name I'm going to take it. The function name is OP off. OP off. This is called my function name. Here I'm trying to write it. Here I'm trying to write it. OP off. Here also I'm writing OP off. This is called what? OP off. So there I will take it OP off. Here I am writing another function also I am taking OP off. Here also OP off. So next I will take it another function also called OP off. This is what I am going to take it. What is your understanding here? What did you understand about that entire thing? What did you understand about this entire thing? All these threads are going to where? Same thread. These functions are, all of them are going to which place? Same thread, the same thread. All the threads are going to which type of function? Same function. OP function only. What is the difference here? Here the target functions are completely different. Here the target functions are all of them are same. All of them are same. Here it is called OP only. This is called OP. All of them are going to contain the same thing. How the threads are going to be here? When I say T1, T2, T3, T4, When I say T1, T2, T3, T4, I'm just writing that model. Online students carefully follow. These are called my number of threads. Having these threads, are having, here I'm having OP function, another OP function, another OP function. Here I'm having another OP function. Here I'm having another OP function. There I'm going to write it T1 dot start, T1 dot start, T1 dot start. Next I'm writing T2 dot start. Next I'm writing T3 dot start. Next I'm writing T4 dot start, T4 dot start, T4 dot start. When you say dot start, dot start, dot start, what will happen, students? Come on, expect it. What is my function name already available there? What is the function name already available? DEF, OP function, OP function, some block of statements I am having. Some block of statements I am having here. Okay. Some block of statements I am having. Something like this. Some block of statements. Okay. Some more block of statements. I am writing some block of statements here. These block of statements will execute. Finally gives what result? Finally gives which result? Imagine that this function is a single function. All the threads are entered into the same place. These threads are going to start. When you say start, 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 all of them are entering into which method? Same method or different method? All of them are entering into the same method. These threads are entering into the same method. Then the conclusion says that all these methods are entering into the same method. There is no question of having what different kind of methods like this. Here I am having X method, Y method, Z method are different. But all of them are entering into which area? Same method they are entering. What could be the result? Can you expect what will be the result coming out of that? Can anybody can expect it? It is as good as similar to there are four people or five people trying to enter into the same runway. Same runway they are entering. What will happen? There is a chance of falling down some of them or not. Here, what is happening here? A separate person, separate runway. Separate person, separate runway. Separate person, separate runway. Which result will come? Safely, they will run in their own lane. But here, what is happening? All of them are going to where? Same method. That result we cannot predict it. That result is going to be a wrong result will be coming, which we call it as which result? Deadlock result we can call. That result is also called as what? One more way you can call it as non-thread safety result. Which result? Non-thread safety result we can call. Non-thread safety result we can call. This result is known as what? Non-thread safety result. It is also some people will call it as inconsistent result we can call. Inconsistent. Inconsistent result we can call. Inconsistent result we can call. That is simple words. Wrong result will be coming. This process, the way where multiple threads are entering into the same method is going to be called as what? In operating system point of view, we call it as a race condition. What that is known as? Race condition we can call. Race condition we can call. So then how do you avoid it? It is as good as similar to what? It is as good as similar to what? This is called one area, road. This is another road. This is called another road. This is a junction. Here, this side vehicles, this side vehicles, this side vehicles, this side vehicles. All of them are coming to where? One common area, one common resource. This is a thread T1. This is a thread T2. This is the T3 thread. This is the T4 thread. All of them are coming into the same junction at the same time. What will happen? Some type of collision will occur or not. That collision is known as what? Wrong result. Deadlock result we can call. I think you're understanding. All threads are entering into which method? Same method. We definitely get which result? A wrong result will come. That result is known as what? Non-thread safety results. In total Gmail, you take it. Gmail. Gmail is called one application only. You people, myself, and crores and lakhs and millions of people are trying to access what? Same Gmail service at the same time. So, how many types of applications? One application accessed by multiple customers. That is called one resource. One resource, resource number one, accessed by how many threads? Multiple threads. Will give you which result? Non-thread safety result will be coming. One resource. Here, what is happening? One thread. Current concept. One thread plus one resource. Resource is nothing but what? Resource is nothing but what here? Method. Resource is nothing but a method. This is called 1:1 ratio. 1:1 ratio. Resource is nothing but what here? Method we can call or function. 1:1 ratio, no problem. But what is the problem here? Multiple threads, multiple threads, multiple threads is to what? One resource. One resource it is going to be called. One resource it is going to be. One resource it is going to be. That time you will get which result? Which result? Non-thread safety result will be coming. So how do you avoid this kind of result? We are going to apply the technique called what? Synchronization. Spell out synchronization. So what is the synchronization? I'm going to tell you. Even it is also an English word it is. First of all, is the situation is clear? Online students, is this situation is clear? First of all, is this model number one and model number two clear? So try to respond, students, all of you. Now I will go to the coding immediately. This is called a model number two. Model number two is clear. Model number one is clear. So model number one is called 1:1. One runner, one lane. In model number two, what will happen? Multiple runners, one lane. Definitely, most of the people will fall down. That is called which result? Deadlock result, non-thread safety result. Are you following? So how do you avoid that kind of problem? How do you avoid that kind of problem? Which concept will apply? Synchronization. So too many threads creation is a danger. Too many threads creation is a danger. How? Suppose a person who is driving the bike. A person who is driving the bike, for example, who is driving the bike. This is called a bike driving. Is driving. And he is doing what? Watching the road. Number one thread is created. Number two thread is what? Changing the gears. Number two. Increasing the speed. Number three. Up to that it is okay. But he is seeing left side. He is seeing left side and he is seeing right side and he is seeing back side also. What will happen? Multiple threads are created to do one kind of activity. What will happen? These are all doing the driving the bike. This will definitely gives you what? Wrong result. That's why people will say what? Synchronize your brain. Synchronize your brain. Depends what? When you are listening, you try to fully focus on the class. Don't try to go for concentrating on multiple activities. You will get which result? Deadlock result. While I am listening, I will think about outside. Will you understand the class? That is called what? Deadlock result we can call. In your operating system, in your textbook, operating system, in your colleges, deadlock, they might set this example to you. What is that example? This is a textbook example. This is a process P1. This is a process P1. That is called thread also you can take it. This is called process P2. To complete the process P1 or process P2, in multitasking we call it the processes. In threading we call it the threads. If a process P1 want to complete, it need resource R1, it need resource R2. Both the resources required for completing process P1. Process P2 also want to complete both the resources required. So both of them started executing. What will happen when both of them started executing? P1 resource holding the resource R2, requesting for resource R1. The resource R1 held with P2, P2 is requesting for the resource R2. When both of them started, one person acquiring and one person requesting for other. That requested thing is already held with whom? P1. And P1 is requesting for R1, which is held with what? P2. So P1 is not leaving R2. P2 is not leaving R1 to complete the process. Each process is waiting for each other. This is known as what? Starvation, we can call. This is a OS textbook Galvin example. What our college teachers used to say. No work is done. You and your friend went to the movie. Another friend, person, two friends came to the movie. There are two chairs only available. What will happen? You are holding one chair, waiting for another chair. That chair is held with another person. Both of them are waiting for each other. Up to evening, if you wait, no chair will be left by anybody, right or not? That is known as what? Each person is waiting forever for releasing the chairs. That is known as what? One type of deadlock situation. Getting my point? This is called a no work is done. Here, work is done. Which result is coming? Wrong result is coming. That is known as what? Not thread safety result came. That's why what concepts are applied? Synchronization concept is applied. That is known as mutual exclusion. Mutual exclusion is nothing but one of the simple fundamental policy of our operating system. That is called our traffic signals. What the traffic signal says? When one side vehicles are going on, they are running. Other side vehicles are made wait until this timing is completed. Once this timing is completed, these vehicles will stop and other vehicles will pass. That is known as what concept? Synchronization concept. How many threads started here? Muddu, come on. Four. What are the four threads? T1, T2, T3, T4. How many resources I am having? Only one resource. Resource is nothing but what a method. What is the method there? OP. How many threads started? Four. Which thread will be starting first? T1, all of them started. But which one starts early? T1. Which one is allowed? T1 is allowed. Which concept I applied? Synchronization applied. Which thread started first? T1. PVM permit which one? T1. In which method? OP. And immediately T2, T3, T4 will be made wait until who will complete? T1. So when T1 is entered inside, what will happen? It is locked. What is locked? Entering inside the OP method is locked by the PVM because I have to write that type of code. It is something like four teachers want to enter into the same classroom at 11 o'clock. KVR entered first and keeping the back bolt button. Keeping the back bolt button is nothing but what? Locking this class. And PVM, who is our admin, making the other faculties to wait until KVR finishes the class. Once if I finishes, I will release the bolt and then I will other faculty to I will leave the class and that admin will allow the second person to enter into the class. Second person will keep the back bolt button and what he will do, he will take the class and he will release that by releasing the back bolt and he will also leave. Like that, one by one, the thread will be allowed. That is nothing but what? You are feeling that they are allowed one after the other, but it is not one after the other. I will explain to you how it is all at once and getting the consistency. Are you following me? So, how the threads are executing in synchronization? All threads are started. But which thread started first? Who allowed? T1. Maatladane. Who allowed? T1. Who made wait? What threads made wait? T2, T3, T4. Who is executing? T1. Who made wait the T2, T3, T4? PVM. Because this method is locked. Method is how to lock it, I will tell you. Locking is nothing but keeping the back bolt button in the door. Who completed? T1. What it will do? Release the lock on the method. Once releases the lock, who is allowed inside? T2. Once T2 entered, what will happen? Method is locked. Who completed? T1 was completed, collected by garbage collector. Who is executing? T2. Who are made wait? T3, T4. Who is doing this process? Completed threads collected by GC, locked, made wait. Who is doing this entire process? PVM. Who completed now? T2. When T2 completed, what will happen? Unlock. unlock. Next, unlock means it is going out of that. Who is going out of that? T2. Who entered inside? T3. Again doing what? Locked. Which one? Method. Who is locking the method? PVM. Who completed? T2. Collected by whom? GC. Who is waiting? T4. This is the state of that one point of time. Who also completed? T3. T3. Unlocked that method. Who allowed? T4. Who completed? T3. Collected by whom? GC. And no more threads are waiting. T4 also completed and got the result. Unlocked. T4 also collected by GC. So, in this process of synchronization, locking and unlocking will be continued until all my threads completed or not. This process I want to show you through coding. Shall I go for the coding? Right. Online students, did you understand the process I explained? Did you understand the process I explained it? This type of locking and unlocking, we are writing the code, but in the present world, Django you take, servlets you take. By default, that is present in the servers only. So no need to write the code from our side. Now I am entering into the model here. First model I am going to take up. Let us go to the place here. Close all. Now I am going to take a new Python program here. Sorry. New Python program I am writing. Functional programming deadlock occurrence. Object oriented programming deadlock occurrence I am going to show. Program for showing. Program for showing deadlock occurrence. Deadlock occurrence. Now I will go to this deadlock occurrence. So in this place, I'm going to write it. What is my program now? Main program int. I'm going to take it. T1 is equal to threading dot. Come on, thread off. I'm going to write it. Target is equal to I'm writing here MUL table or something like a table. Table is called one function. Arcs is equal to 19th table I want, multiplication table. Next is called what? Imagine the picture in the brain. T2 table. It is called what? 17th table. Next is called what? T3. What is this now? T3. It is also going to be called as something like what? -8. Another kind of thing. T4. What is the T4 here? Also, I will take it as the ninth table, for example. What is this simple sentence? How many threads are there? Four. Which method? ముద్దు టేబుల్ టేబుల్ ఏమైనా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసిన పాపాను పోలే ఎప్పుడు ఏమైనా చదువుతారా లేదా పోయిన తర్వాత అందుకే మీరు వాట్ ఇస్ ద ఫంక్షన్ నౌ టేబుల్ ఆఫ్ what is this now? N DEF. So this code itself will make you to understand T1, T2, T3, T4. What is this now? 19, 17, -8, 9. All of them are calling which function? So all of them are entered into the same place by default. Which result will come? Which result will come? ఏం రాదా మీకు అసలు ఎందుకు మీరు అసలు ఇరిటేషన్ వస్తుంది మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తుంటే ఫస్ట్ విచ్ రిజల్ట్ డెడ్లాక్ రిజల్ట్ విచ్ రిజల్ట్ deadlock result. This is a deadlock result. All the threads are entering into the same place, which is going to give you which result? Deadlock result. ఇక్కడ చూపించాను అసలు with the diagrammatic representation. All of them are entering into the same place at the same time. Deadlock result. So coming to this place, deadlock result. So now I'm going to define what? ఏం డిఫైన్ చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు? What should I define? Hmm? What should I define? Huh? మీకు నేను చెప్పాలి. Threading is a module. Which function I need to define? DEF table of n. Table of n function I need to define. This I will write it. If n less than or equal to 0, print off. I'm going to write it. Thread name I will print it. I will write it here. Invalid input. Invalid input. Dot format of threading dot current thread dot what? Name. comma what? N I will write it. This is the one I wrote it. Next, I need to go for printing the multiplication table. How do you print the multiplication table? For I in range of 1 comma 11, there I am going to print it. Print of backslash t. Thread name I will print it. Thread name I will print it. The values I am going to print it is equal to, like this I am going to write it. Dot format of threading dot current thread of, I am writing there, threading dot current thread of n comma I comma n into I am going to write it. N into I am going to write it. Time dot sleep of 1 second I am going to write it. So here I am going to write it. Print of multiplication table for dot format of n I am going to write it. So this is what the code is for giving the multiplication table for a number. So how many threads I created? 4 threads I created. Now what is the execution status of these threads? What is the execution status of these threads? దండగ మీరు అసలు వేస్ట్ క్యాండిడేట్స్ లో మొదటి రకం మీరు. సో execution status is what? False. False. Execution status is called what? False. False means what? Yesterday I said to you, T1 dot is alive, T2 dot is alive, T3 dot is alive, T3 dot is alive, T4 dot is alive. That is called what? False. False. Now dispatch the dispatch dispatch the subthreads. Dispatch the subthreads. How do you dispatch? T2 dot start, T3 dot start, T3 dot start, T4 dot start, T4 dot start, T1 dot start, T2 dot start, T4 dot start. Once you say start, 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 how many threads are going to which method? How many threads are going to start? 4. Which method they are entering? Madhu, table method. What will be the result which is going to come? Can you expect which result is going to come? No. All of them are going to execute the same method, and that result is not at all understandable by any one of the person T1, T2, T3, T4 to see the result of it. This is called what? Deadlock. Deadlock occurrence by using functional example.py. Functional example.py. So coming to this place, here I am going to write it. In this case, enter into the command prompt cmd run as administrator. Here I am going to take up caveat python says 11 a.m. threads here py. Here I am going to write it. So it is going to give you time also I will take it, comma time I am going to take it. See the result now. This result you cannot predict it how this is useful to you. So it is going to give you multiplication table for 9 etc, and you are going on getting the all the threads are going to mixed results are going to come. These results, and of course 19, this one is coming, and -8 is what? Invalid input. Rest of that 1 2 3, there is 1 3, third result, third one is anyhow invalid. How many threads are in the race of execution? 3. Thread 1, thread 2, thread 4. And these results are no use at all for any one of the thread. All of them are which results? Mixed results. There is no use of such results. How I can make these results to be without collision result? This is called a deadlock situation. This result is no use at all to any one of the thread. How do you avoid this kind of result? By using synchronization technique. Locking mechanism I will introduce. So I will go to one more type of thing. Go to the Python here. There I am going to write it. Here I am going to write it. Deadlock occurrence, object oriented programming I am going to write it. Object oriented programming example. Deadlock result. I will define in a class MUL table. MUL table. So there I am going to write it. So here it is going to be like this. here I said, self comma n instance method. How do you call it? Table of, here I'm going to write it, mul table of dot what? Like this. Mul table of, I'm going to write it like this. I'm going to, here also I'm going to write it. Mul table of, like this I'm going to take. Here also mul table of, not a table of I said. Mul table of table, mul table of table, table of table like this. This is called which approach I said? Nameless object approach we can call. Nameless object approach this is. So finally we are saying start, start, start. Same answer will be coming there also. Same answer will be coming there also. Execute it. Same answer will be coming here also. So here same result. Here also same result. So deadlock occurrence will be either with the functional programming or object oriented programming will be the same. So this result nobody will be using that. This result is comes under simply wrong results. So how can I streamline these results? That is my basic concern here. So that I need to apply on synchronization mechanism now. So I am applying synchronization mechanism. What is the synchronization mechanism says? When 4 threads started, how many threads I have to allow? 1 thread, and other 3 threads are made to wait until who will complete? First thread. When first thread complete, what will happen? Number one, unlock the method and completed thread hand over to garbage collector. Next, first priority thread will be allowed inside. And again, locking. Who completed? Second thread also completed. Completed thread hand over to the garbage collector. Unlock the method. Next priority thread allow inside that and lock it. Who is executing? T3. Who is waiting? T4. T3 also completed. Do the same process. Allow the T4. That is called what? Locking mechanism implementation. How to do this? With a class called what class? Lock class. I am going to implement which class? Lock class. Yesterday's class, this lock class present into which module? Threading module. Threading module it is present. Threading module it is present. In that case, what will happen? In that case, what will happen? There are two functions are available. One is called acquire. One is called acquire. One more is called release. One more is called release. Release. And one more is also there. One more is also there. Number one is called lock off. Lock off. This is called 2 and this is called 3. 3. There are 3 steps are there to implement the synchronization. To implement the synchronization in Python, there is a, you have to create what? Lock class. Do you know lock? తెలుసా లాక్ అంటే జనరల్ నిజ జీవితంలో లాక్ అంటే తెలుసా? Do you know lock in real life? What is the lock? మధుబాబుల లాక్ అంటే ఏంటా? లాక్ చూసావు ఎప్పుడైనా? వాట్ ఇస్ ద లాక్? నీకేం తెలుసు చెప్పు. తెల్లా. వాట్ ఇస్ ద లాక్? నువ్వు తెలుగు మాట్లాడుతున్నావా ఒడిశా మాట్లాడుతున్నావు? లాక్ అంటే నాకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వద్దు, లాక్ అంటే చెప్పు. వాట్ ఇస్ ద ఇంగ్లీష్ మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ లాక్? పిల్ల తెలుగులో చెప్పు. లాక్ తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు? నువ్వు చెప్పా. తెలుగు భాషను గౌరవించాలి మీరంతా. నువ్వు చేతులు కట్టుకుని నాకు భయం అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా ఇట్లా పట్టుకున్నారనుకో నాకు చాలా భయం అవుతుంది. ఏం పని ఉందో నాతో అని. వాట్ ఇస్ ద లాక్? అంతే. లాక్ అంటే ఏంటి? మీరు ఎంత డీసెంట్గా ఉంటారు అసలు. మెత్తగా ఉంటారు, మళ్ళీ చదువుకోరు. సైలెంట్‌గా వస్తా ఉంటారు రోజు. నేను అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తా ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళని. సైలెంట్‌గా వెరీ నైస్‌లీ కమింగ్. గుడ్ బాయ్స్. బట్ నాట్ రీడింగ్. దానివల్ల లాభం లేదు. యూ ఆర్ నాట్ ఎ షోకేస్ పీస్ ఇన్ ద హోమ్. యూ ఆర్ నాట్ ఎ షోకేస్ పీస్. ఆల్ బాయ్స్ అండ్ గర్ల్స్, యూ ఆర్ నాట్ ఎ షోకేస్ పీస్. You should be useful to the parents. They made you to grow up to 22 years. Correct? Am I correct? Your parents are almost 50s. So now you have to take care like your child. మీరు చదివే లేదు మీకు, ఇంకా మీరేం చూసుకుంటారు వాళ్ళను? లాక్ విల్ కంటైన్ వాట్? ఆయన చెప్పిన దానికి లాక్ కి వాట్ లాక్ కంటైన్స్? కీ, రైట్. What when you are coming to classroom, what you will do? You lock your room or not? What is required to lock your room? Lock is required. Lock require what? Key. Key you will turn to anti-clockwise, clockwise, huh? Clockwise. Uh, Clockwise for anti-clockwise for right. Good. Acquire. Acquire means what? Locking. When you are coming to the hostel, you are going to lock the door. With your lock, you are going to do in reverse direction. That is called what? Acquire. Palakan. After going to company, how do you lock the door? Means I will tell, I will take lock, I will lock the door. Because acquire means what? Locking the object. After you go to the hostel, what you will do? You will release or not? That is nothing but what? Release. So in order to lock the shareable object, what should I do? Lock object I need to create. Lock object I need to create. This is called what? Lock object I am going to create. This is called lock object. Next is going to do what? This is a lock object and you are having key over there and you will go for doing like this. And next is called what are you doing? This is a lock and you are going to release like this. ఇది నేను డయాగ్రామ్ రాస్తున్నా, మీరంతా శంకర్ దాదా ఎంబీబీఎస్ కాబట్టి. సో I will create which object? Lock class. And I will do next what? Acquire. Next I will do what? When do you go for acquire? When I am entering inside the method, I will acquire. When I acquire, what PVM will do? Made the other threads to wait until I am going to release. After completion of my work, what I will do? I will release. So I will go to my function. I will go to this place. This is called what I am entering now. Deadlock occurrence. This is the one I have here. This part I will take it. Now I am going to apply. Which concept I am going to do? I am going to apply what? Deadlock elimination. Deadlock elimination. I am going to do deadlock elimination functional example 1.py showing deadlock elimination. Deadlock elimination. Elimination I am going to do. How to do? In order to eliminate the deadlock, first thing, it is the first step. Create an object of which class? Udhubabu. Lock class. Come on, create. L is equal to threading dot which class? Lock off. Lock off. Are you following? Create. What are this step? Multiple threads. Already you have written that. Now this is called what number? Step number 1. I purchased a lock from the shop. Lock is ready. What is this? L is called object of lock class. Okay. How many threads started? 4 threads. When 4 threads started, 4 threads are enter into which method? Table method. Will you allow all of them into the table method? No. What you will do? The moment when you go to the inside the method, line number 5. What you will do in line number 5? The moment when T1 enters immediately, I will do what? I will write step number 2. Acquire the lock. Get the lock. Get the lock on. Get the lock on. Get the lock on. Which object? Get the lock on method. get the lock on function. To get the lock on function, you need to write L dot acquire. What is the function name? L dot acquire. This is called step number 2. I need to write always beginning of the method statement, function statement. Why? No two threads to execute the statements parallelly. No two threads to be entered at the same time. That's why I'm going to acquire. The moment when acquire means what? Coming inside the room and keeping the back bolt button. That is called acquire. After finishing, either if statement or else statement is providing, what you will do? I will go to this place. Where is my cursor is waiting? You see 14th line, which is parallel to else, which is parallel to else. There I need to do what? Release the lock. Release the release the lock. Release the lock. How do you release? L dot. What I'm going to do? Release. L dot release I'm going to say. Yeah. L dot release. Where I'm writing either if statement may be there or else statement may be there. I'm going to release immediately. Don't write release statement here. In the indentation for a for loop, you don't write it. If I write only for for loop, what will happen? Only for multiplication table coming, you are releasing. What about the wrong input? It is not releasing. Are you following that? So you need to be very careful about this releasing process. Clear or not clear? How many steps here? Uddu, 3 steps are there. 3 steps. In NumPy pandas కు వెళ్తే మీకు చుక్కలు కనిపిస్తాయి. If you go to an interview, only Python, they will ask you 70% of the questions. Rest of the questions will be on NumPy pandas questions will come. These days, NumPy pandas questions are compulsory in Python interviews. If you go to the NumPy pandas, it's a next level. You will see stars if you don't read and come. Python is compulsory for understanding that. చదువుకోండి ఒళ్ళు దగ్గర పెట్టుకొని L dot what? Release. How many steps are there to implement synchronization or locking mechanism? 3 steps. Number 1, create an object of lock class. Number 2, create an object of which class? Lock class. Number 2, acquire the lock, release the lock. Where do you write acquiring the lock? Wherever parallelism causes problems, parallelism means wherever multiple threads are executing at the same time and giving which result? Deadlock result. Before that statement, you acquire the lock. Where are the traffic signals are available? Everywhere available. Huh? Where available? Wherever there is a junction is there. Junction means what? Shareable part is there. Multiple roads are junction colliding at the same place. There the traffic signals are arranged. Here also what is happening? Wherever multiple threads parallelism gives you thread problems, there you need to write what? Acquire. Once the operation is completed, you need to do what? Release. After acquiring, if you don't release, still that method is under locking only. Are you following? So night put the backdoor button. Next day morning also not open. Next day morning also not open. Who is coming and opening? Police people will come and open the door. What will happen? They will see something problem is there inside. Correct or not? So we need to go for something like this. I hope you are understanding this. Shall I run this? Come on. Online students, is this 3 steps are clear? This is very simple in Python. If you go to Java, ఎవరికైనా తెలుసా జావా ఇక్కడ? If you go to Java, అంత సీన్ లేదు ఎవరికి. మీకే మీరు స్టూడెంట్స్, ఫ్యాకల్టీకే సీన్ లేదు ఇక్కడ. Amirpet, there are so many teachers are there in Java. You bring one candidate, I will ask the synchronization questions. But they don't take to that level. Synchronized instance methods are there. Synchronized static methods are there. Synchronized blocks on instance method. Synchronized blocks on this one. There is a very complicated concept in Java threading, because the Java threading is so complicated. Because the Python threading is going to be so simple, because the methods are very easy for you. If I want to get the synchronization in Java, almost it will take 5 to 6 hours. స్టూడెంట్కి అర్థమవుతుందా? మీకైతే అసలు అర్థం కాదు. మీకంటే 2023, 24 కరోనా బ్యాచ్ తర్వాత వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి అర్థమవ్వదు. The main reason I came to Python is without taking Java batches here. Mainly, they don't have that much caliber to understand the deepness of this Java subject. It is not your problem. It is the problem they made you at the BTech level. Right? They made you as a lazy thinking power is created in the colleges. And all of a sudden, when you come to this deep level training, you'll get problem in understanding. That's why myself become an empire. ఇంతకుముందు నేనే ప్లే చేస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎంపైర్ అయిపోయాను అనమాట. అవుటా, రన్ అవుటా, లైక్ దట్. థర్డ్ ఎంపైర్ అయిపోయాను నేను. సో థర్డ్ ఎంపైర్ మీన్స్ teaching the subject which is easily understandable by the students if they read well. So that is what this is called. So shall I execute this? Online students, you got it. I think you got it. Deadlock elimination example.py. So here, deadlock elimination. Go to this place. Here I'm going to write it py. This is a deadlock elimination function example 1.py. How the flow is, how many threads I'm starting, which thread is starting first, T1. So T1, T2, T3, T4, all of them are ready to go to where? Table. All of them are ready to go to table. Which one will go little faster than everyone? T1. Once T1 entered, what is immediately done? Acquire. Acquire means what? PVM will lock what? Table method. It means no thread is allowed inside the table at the same time when T1 is entered. Which thread will start executing? T1. Come on. Press enter key. See the beauty of the result. Who is executing? Thread 1 only. What thread 2, thread 3, thread 4 is doing? Waiting until who will complete? Who completed? Come on. T1 completed. Next, who started? T2. T2 means who is waiting? T3, T4. Now T3. T3 is what? Invalid input. Who allowed immediately? Which result? Which result it is? Moddu. Thread safety result. Which result? Previous program is called what? Previous program you see. Which result this is? Non-thread safety result. Palakana Moddu. Result. Pilgrimage చూడండి నాకు అతను. Morning one student is there, Nagendra Kumar, head of the department in college. Mango DV entered first day. Mongo DV. First day he came and asked me a question. Sir, is Mango DV I wrote. Who will teach Mango DV? మ్యాంగోలు కివీలు ఉండవు ఇక్కడ. హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద డిపార్ట్మెంట్ మళ్ళీ మీలాంటి వాళ్ళే మీకు హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద డిపార్ట్మెంట్. ఈ ఆల్సో డోంట్ నో అండ్ యు ఆర్ యువర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. సో విచ్ రిజల్ట్ దిస్ ఇస్? Deadlock result. Now deadlock result is eliminated. This is a deadlock result. Observe the difference between that. What is the gap of difference between each entry? 1 second. Now I will speed up. First observe that. Understand the flow of the result. Are you following that? It is nothing but total share market is running on what? Threads. Share market is totally run on what? Threads only. Do you know share market? Do you know share market? ఏం రాదు మనకు. ఈ జిలేబీ తినమంటే తింటారు పోయాడ. ఎందుకే మీరు? సో దిస్ is the result. How this is coming? One after the other it is coming. Now it is taking for this like this. Now I said all at once. I said, what is the meaning of all at once? Understand. One small example I want to tell you. What is the meaning of all at once? What is first of all concurrency? I am going to tell you. What is meant by concurrency? The word concurrency is actually not there. All at once is not possible actually. How all at once is possible? Concurrency means what? You see, I will give one beautiful example. All at once. Actually, it is not possible. Can you do both of them at a time? Hmm? Can you do both of them at a time? No. Suppose you are having your ears. If some sound is coming, one ear only will listen more than other ear. మీ ఇయర్సే తీసుకోండి. ఎనీబడి ఇయర్, వన్ ఇయర్ విల్ లిసన్ మోర్ సౌండ్ దాన్ అదర్. యూ విల్ టేక్ యువర్ మొబైల్ నా, యూ విల్ టేక్ విత్ లెఫ్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆర్ రైట్ ఇయర్? or both are? You test once. 1 year you have clarity. One side you have clarity, other side clarity is not there. It is by default 1 year only will have some clarity in reading. Something like that. All at once is not possible. How it is possible? I am going to show you. Suppose, suppose there is a mathematics competition. There is a mathematics competition is there. Where we are having 10 problems. 10 problems is there. Who is the winner? You tell me. Who is the winner? You tell me. Who is the winner? Who is the winner? How do you declare the winner? Winner theme is who solve the problems, who solved the problems, 10 problems in which time? Less time. Less time with the correct answers. Less time, they are called winners. Correct? First day, who came? First day, who came? Mathematician 1 came, solved each problem. Online students, solved each problem, solved each problem by taking 1 hour each. 1 hour each. Taken 1 hour. So how many hours you took it total time? What is the total time? 10 hours. 10 hours of time is taken. Next, second day, one more mathematician came. Second day, one more mathematician came. Second day, he solved the problems. How? So this is called what? 1 hour. That means you are almost 10 hours is there in your mathematics camp. You are taking that he is doing one after the other. He is a very lazy mathematician. Next day he is solving the problem with 1 minute at a time. So he is taking how many minutes? 10 minutes only. And you felt that second day mathematician is very faster. Correct or not? Faster. Next third day, one more mathematician came. One more mathematician came like you. Milantollo Chodogana. Mathematician M2 came, solved each problem with what? 1 second. 1 second. He is taking how many seconds? Come on. 10 seconds he is taking. So who is the winner? 10 seconds. Because he is a faster. Though he is doing minute by minute is also sequential. One by one only. But he is a little faster than this 10 hours. 1 second. 10 seconds only he solved everything. He is called the winner. And fourth day, this is called third day. This is called third day. Fourth day, who came? Hmm? Fourth day, who came? Hmm? Fourth day, who came, students? This is called M3. KVR Sara. ఆఫ్లైన్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా అదే చెప్పాలనుకున్నారు కానీ వాళ్ళకు ధైర్యం లేదు. నాకు తెలుసు కదా మీ గురించి. సో M4 came. Guido van Rossum came. He is solving with 1 microsecond is solving. 1 microsecond is solving. 1 microsecond means what? 1 second contains how many microseconds? 1 lakh microseconds are there. He is doing in how many microseconds? How many microseconds? 10 microseconds. That is 1 by 10 by 1 lakh. In that amount of time, he solved it. 1 second means what? Close your eyes and open your eyes is called 1 second. That 1 seconds, 10 seconds will contain what? So many microseconds. So in 1 microsecond only he solved all problems. Then what is your opinion about it? Is he solving all problems all at once? Yes. Is he solving the problems all at once in 1 hour? No. How many hours? So it is known as what? One by one he is solving, you will say. Next 1 minute, he is solving the problems one by one or all at once? One by one, because I am able to differentiate first minute, second minute, third minute. I am able to differentiate with my calculation. Next 1 second, he is also doing first second, second, third second. My mind is able to differentiate between these seconds. 1 microsecond, your human being brain is not able to differentiate between the microseconds. That is called as what? Concurrency. All at once. You are asking this person, how can you solve all the problems at a time? How can you solve means what? The moment when you close your eyes and then done, everything over. Earlier he was completed. 10 times closing your eyes and opening, that time he was completed. But one time only opening and closing, he finished his task. That means is it all at once or one by one? Hour by hour execution is sequential. Minute by minute execution is sequential, but it is a faster. Second by second is called what? Sequential, but is the fastest. Faster. And microsecond by microsecond is called what? Concurrent. That is nothing but what? All at once. If you understand that theme, now I am going to apply to my example. Here, how many seconds? Come on. 1 second. 1 second means what? I am going to take 0 0.5. 0 0.5 means what? For every 1 second, two entries are coming. Earlier, 1 second, one entry. Here, in 1 second, two entries are coming. Is it faster or slower? Very faster this is. See that it is coming very little bit faster than previous. Little bit faster. You try to understand this theme. Do you understand this type of theme? Still, I will increase it. That means compared to the 1 second sleeping, this is little faster now. I will go to this place. Here, what is the 0.25 I am writing. What is the meaning of 0.25? In 1 second, four entries are coming. Still, I am increasing the faster. Still, I am increasing the faster. In 1 second, four entries are coming. Compared to 0.5, 0.25 entries are coming. 0.25 entries off is how much? Madhu, 25 by 2 ఎంత Madhu? 25 by 2, 12.5, 0.2125, 125. Come on, execute. See how it is coming. Still more faster. Still more faster. Now I am going to write it. Go to Python 0.125 by 2. What is the answer here? 0. This answer I am going to put it here. This answer I am going to write it here. It is going to be still more faster or not? Come on, exit this one. Exit this one. Execute your Python program. Execute your Python program. See how it is coming. Where is 1 second? Where is in 1 second? 8 entries are coming. Still, I will go to what? Still, I will go to the off of it. Now I am going to write. Be careful. What I am writing? 1. What is the meaning of that 0.000001? Which is nothing but what? Microsecond level I am taking. This is called what? All at once, one by one. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి. Everything comes at once. Which result? Thread safety result. మీకు అర్థమైందా ఇది? మీకు అర్థం కాదు. So, what is this result? All at once. Which result? All at once. But is it all at once? No. 0.00001 second. I am going to show milliseconds of difference time all at once with which result? Safety result. Gmail is giving the lakhs and crores of people the response at the same time. So how much time they are giving the response time? Very minute response time, and all of them giving which result? Safety result is coming. This is by using what result? All at once is coming. Which mechanism I wrote it here? Acquire and what? Release. Same thing. I will go to oops. I will go to oops results here. I will go to the oops results. Understanding levels పెంచుకోవాలి. So deadlock with what? Oops. Deadlock with oops example. Here I will write it. Class mul table of this I am going to write it. This I am going to write it. Self of I will write it. Self of I will write a self comma. This I will write it. Understanding levels how it will come. Thin నిద్రపోతే రాదు. Eating and sleeping, understanding levels will not increase. Understanding levels will increase like me. When you read continuously overall total day, you will become expert in the coding and expert in subject. If you eat and sleep like a layman's in 1947, nothing will come. So, fashion is 2025, subject is like a 1947. So, no use of it to your dreams. Go to that. Now, I am going to take it. What result this is? What is your processing time here? What is your processing time? What is your processing time? 1 second, 4 entries. 1 second, 4 entries. మీకు చెప్పడానికి కూడా రాదు అది. ఎందుకంటే టాలెంట్ లేదు. వాట్ యూ విల్ స్పీక్ యూ డోంట్ నో. So you will be getting this type of result. 1 second, how many results? 4 results. So next go to, I'm going on increasing like this. What is this is called? Microseconds level. I'm going to provide the time. What is the answer is coming? All at once is coming. That means if you open your eyes and closing the eyes, consistent result came. Thread safety result came. How it is done? By using the concept of what? Acquire and then what? Release. Last and final, I'll show you one more moment. Online students, I hope you are getting my point. There I'm going to write it. This is going to be called what? Lock object, which is a common for all the thread objects. What I will do, how do you provide the lock? How do you provide the common values in the whoops? How do you provide common values in the whoops? By using class level variables. There are class level variables and class level variables are used for providing the common values to all the objects. So I'm going to write it. Yellow. This is known as what? Creating what object? Lock object. Creating lock object. So here I'm going to do. So here I'm going to do. Create an object of what class? Lock class. L is equal to threading.Lock. Created. What is this? Here L is called. Here L is called what? Lock class level data member. Class level data member. Why I am taking as a class level data member? It is a common variable for all my thread objects. Okay. How do you do this now? How do you acquire? Class name dot mul table dot l dot acquire. Class level variables accessed with respect to what name? Class name. Acquire. Here I will write what? Mul table dot l dot acquire. Got it. Execute. Same to same. 2.py. Locking variable. In something different I was shown. Execute it. Come out of that. Py. So here got the same answer. See how fast it is. How fast it is because my timing was something like this. My timing was something like this. You see my result. It is coming in a fraction of seconds. The result is coming. What result? మీకు ఎందుకు ఆ రిజల్ట్ అట్లా పెట్టి చూపించాను ఇక్కడ ఇలా how why I am showing this result like this 0.25. Why I am showing like this? Because you doesn't have that imagination power. What power? All at once execution is nothing but lesser the time. Lesser the time, faster the execution is. Lesser the time, faster the execution is. If your train goes with 8 hours journey, you will say going like a passenger. Going in a 4 hours time only, you will say what? Faster. Less time, faster the execution is. 0.25 is what? Faster than 1 second. Here I am going to write it what? 0.0025. It is going to be what? Faster. Lesser the time, faster the execution is. Which result? Thread safety result. Thread safety result. Got it? Huh? Now, I will show you one more model here. One more model I am going to show. One more model I will show. With the constructor, I will use it. Do you know constructor? Huh? What is the use of constructor? To initialize the object. భయం అది కూడా ఏం తిడతాడో ఈయన అని. Of what? Self comma n. Self comma n. Self dot n is equal to self dot n is equal to n. Self dot n is equal to n. Which type of constructor it is? Parameterized constructor. What is the use of parameterized constructor? Initializing multiple objects of same class with different values. That is the purpose of parameterized constructor. Here I will write it. That time I don't write this n here. That time I don't write n here. I will write simply called what? Self dot n. Self dot n. Here I will write a self dot n. Wherever there is a n is there, you will write a self dot n. Self dot n. Here also I will write a self dot n. Self dot n. Here also self dot n. Here also self dot n. So students, you say this 19 is there, na 19 I will write here. 19 I will write, 17 I will write here. Minus 8 I will write here. 9 I will write here. That time I don't write these arcs. Why? It is not taking any parameter by the table method. It is not taking any parameter by the method. I will remove any parameterizer. I will remove that. Go to the place. Here, only self is taking. This is another model. Oops with multi-threading. So let us start executing. This is called 3.py. 3.py. Execute. So I like oops very much. Oops ante oops ante. So output. మీకేమో ఊప్స్ రాదు. ఎందుకు? చదువుకోడు. చదువుకోకపోతే రాదు. So this is called something like this. This is called something like this. Are you following this? This is the mechanism of, this is the mechanism of something like this. Last and final I will write it. The same mechanism with this kind of concept. I say this one with all at once I will do. In place of T1, what I will do? Create the thread and say what here only? Start. I never write this one. I never write T2. I never write T2. I never write T3, T4. I never write this. Simply I will write what? Start. Nameless threads. Start. I will write what here? Start. Are you getting? Nameless object, constructor, class level data member, everything. Go to the place. So 4.py. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందని చెప్పట్లే. I'm showing the power of the coding. Power of the coding. How beautiful the coding is. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందని చెప్పట్లే. But how power it is. Once you start reading, how powerful coder you are. What I am doing? We started our journey with what? Thread creation, thread.start. Here what I am doing? Dynamically creating thread. Calling the method of the class dynamically through a constructor, method calling, thread creation and starting. Everything in one line. Understood? Fine. So this is called how to eliminate the deadlock elimination here. Online students, did you understand this process? Did you understand? All of them quickly need to go for it. Then if you conclude, I'll go to the next example. One more example I will take up. Come on, all of you. Respond it. Now this is done. One more concept I will show you. One more code I will write it. So the code was something like this. Look at one more coding I want to go for it. What is the code? Now I'm going to take like this. Program for elimination of, or program for reserving a ticket. For example, just one small snippet I will write in the IRCTC project. Small snippet. It's a small part of the code. Program for reserving a ticket. Reserving a ticket. Just one small snippet I will write it. Through oops you want, through functional programming you want. ఏదైతే మంది పళ్ళు ఊడగొట్టుకోవడానికి అంతే కదా. ఊప్స్ ఇవ్వంట, ఫంక్షనల్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఇవ్వంట. ఊప్స్ కోరిక మంచిదే, అది ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి కదా. డిజైర్ ఈస్ గుడ్, బట్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ నా. You will expect SAR need to write very complicated, but whether you will understand that complicated or not, that is a question mark. Okay, so I'm going to take a train. What I will take inside the train? Some number of seats are available or not? Number of seats are available. Okay, take it, pass. Okay, I will take it. DE of reserve, RESERVE, reserve. This is called what? Self. I will say pass. For example, come to main program once. Main program I am going to take it. What I'm going to take it? Total seats. Total seats is equal to, I'm taking something like 12 seats are there. For example, these are the total number of seats in the train. What is happening? Multiple passengers will come to reserve the tickets. Right? Create multiple threads. Create multiple threads. Create multiple threads. Nothing but what? Who are these people? Passengers. Passengers. How do you create? Passenger P1 is equal to, come on, threading dot, threading dot, who is this? Dot, thread of, target is equal to, target is equal to what? Reserve. Target is equal to reserve. How many seats they want? Number of seats. Arcs is equal to, the want 4 seats, 4 comma. This is nothing but what I need to take it here, comma. What is this now? Seats. I'm writing seats. These are the passenger seats. Passenger seats. I'm taking it. Okay. Now, what I will do immediately here, passenger seats are coming from this place. So, who is this P1? P1 dot name. I'm going to give you Rishikesh. He is called Rishikesh. Rishikesh. He is called Rishikesh Chauhan. He want 4 seats. Thread name is called what? Rishikesh. Rishikesh is taking 4 seats. I will compare immediately. The 4 will be there in 4. Like that, one more also I will take it. One more also. Later I will continue the code here also. P2 is here. P2. Next seats are how many? Something 6 they want. Who is this now? Sakib. He is called Sakib. Sakib want some more seats he want. So SAQ. So B. I wrote it this one. P2 dot. P2 dot. Next one more I will write it. P3. P3 want. P3 want. P3 dot name is equal to some more student I will write it. Something like Praveen. So Praveen is also one more student. Praveen. So Praveen want how many seats? He want 5 seats. P3 dot name. Next one more is called P4. P4 is called one more kind of thing. I want 2 only. So this is called a caveat. This is called a caveat. So I'm writing P4 dot. So students, next one more kind of person, P5 also I will take it. P5. P5 also one more. So want 1 seat. Who is that P5? P5 dot name. P5 dot name is called what? So Himanshu. Himanshu. So Himanshu. Himanshu. These are the two passengers. All of them are going to which method? Reserve function only. So first who is going? 4. Then when all the people are going over there, I will do what? Locking methodology I will apply. Which method? Locking method. Here I am going to take it. L is equal to some K is equal to anything. Come on, what is that methodology? Threading dot lock off. Lock off. Here K is which object? Lock object. Lock object. And it is class level data member. Class level data member. Okay. Tell me, what should I do? What should I do? This is called a total number of seats. This is called passenger seats. Who came? And I need to do immediately what? When you come to this place, what should I do? Train dot. First thing, K dot. What should I do? Acquire. If I don't acquire, what will happen? This person, Rishikesh, Shakib, Bhavin, all of them entered at the same time to reserve, and the 12 seats are there na. 4 seats reserved, 6 seats reserved, 5 seats reserved. Actually 12 only available. But how many are reserved? 15 are reserved. What will happen? There is no control over that logic. There is no control over the logic. After the Rishikesh confirmed that 4 seats has to be subtracted from where? 12. Next 6 seats are subtracted from 12. How many are there that time? Come on. 4 over, 6 over. How many are there? 2. So Praveen, it is not possible to reserve. If I don't use acquire and all those things, everybody got reserved. And we can't predict it who gets reserved, who cannot reserved. So there is no calculation part. Acquire it. Now I will go for writing the logic. But the logic, if P seeds greater than, suppose if Rishikesh want 14 seeds, 14 greater than what? Total seeds. Total seeds here. If that is the case, what will happen? Print off. Print off. You are going to print backslash T. I will write it. Hi. I will write it. Here I am writing that name of the student and then passenger. You will be getting that message. I'm going to give the message. I am writing seats. Seats are not available. Are not available. Available. Try next. Try next. This is going to be like this. Dot format of passenger name is nothing but what? Thread name. How do you write it? Threading dot, threading dot, threading dot. What is this now? Current thread, current underscore thread of dot what? Name, comma. What is this now? P seats. P seats. This is going to be the mechanism that passenger name is nothing but thread name. Seats are not available. I will say time dot sleep of 2 seconds. If it is there, if the seats are there, instead of 14 seats, what is happening? Only 4. What is the problem here? What is the statement? 4 greater than 12. 4 greater than 12. అది కూడా తెలియదు 4 greater than 12. True. ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పండి మీకు ఇష్టం వచ్చింది ఏదో ఒకటి 4 గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 12 ట్రూ అంట గర్ల్స్ చెప్తున్నారు బాయ్స్ అంటే మిమ్మల్ని అడిగితే చెప్పరు గర్ల్స్ రాంగ్ చెప్పినంటే మీరు చెప్తారు అప్పుడు అంతేనా 4 గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 12 ట్రూనా ఫాల్సా ఫాల్స్ ఫాల్స్ మీన్స్ కమ్ టు వేర్ ఎల్ స్పాట్ వాట్ టు డూ ఇన్ ఎల్ స్పాట్ ఐ నీడ్ టు డూ వాట్ టోటల్ సీట్స్ total seats minus, come on, total seats is equal to total seats minus P seats, passenger seats. What are the total seats here? 12. 12 minus what? 4. How much is the total seats? 8. Then I will go to, here I will write it in the same mechanism. Here I will write it. In this case, high passenger seats are reserved. Reserved. I will go to reserved. Reserved. So I will write it here. HPY, happy journey. So shortcut, your favorite WhatsApp language. Then I will go to time dot what? Sleep of 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Finished. Then what will happen next time? Next time what will happen? This kind of thing, after finishing that, either if statement or else statement, I need to release the lock or not? I need to release the lock. How do you release the lock? L train dot K dot what? Release. Release. This is going to be done. Will it execute or not? Come on. Will it execute or not? Yes or no? No. Why? Hmm? One more? Huh? Very good. Unbound local error will be coming because I am modifying the global variable. It will not execute. మనకు రాదులే మీకు ఆ థాటే లేనప్పుడు ఎందుకు అనవసరంగా సో దిస్ ఇస్ అ గ్లోబల్ వేరియబుల్ ఐఎమ్ మాడిఫైయింగ్ ద గ్లోబల్ వేరియబుల్ ఐ నీడ్ టు రైట్ వాట్ గ్లోబల్ global what is this now tot seats total seats you need to write a global already global is explained next moreover will it execute or not will it execute or not Muddu will it execute or not threading comma what time will it execute or not come on quickly no why dispatch the threads. Dispatch the threads. Dispatch P1 dot start, P2 dot start, P2 dot start, P3 dot start, P4 dot start, P5 dot start, 2 dot start, 3 dot start, 4 dot start, 5 dot start, 5 dot start. When I say start, 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 all of them are entered here. Are you following this? Let us run this code. I hope that this is more clear about it. Now go to here I'm writing. So train reservation, reservation. Oops. So train reservation dot oops with example one dot py dot py. So file name here you give it to your own file name, no issue about it. You execute it, py, go to that. What is happening? Threading is not a package, module not found error, import. అది నేను చూసుకుంటలేదు, కామా ఫుల్ స్టాప్లు కదా చెప్పాలి. మొద్దులో మొదటి రకం కామా ఫుల్ స్టాప్లు చెప్తారా ఎవరైనా? వాట్ ఇస్ దట్? Reserve, some spelling mistake. So here function name is called what? Reserve. So here RESCRV. So which line it is giving error? Line number 21. So line number 21. Okay. So the function as it is carry this RESCRV. Either this one I will carry or that one I will go for it. So I go for it. What happens? Name error. Reserve is not defined. What is the problem? SCRVE. Class name. Yes. You are supposed to tell Mudhubavu. The camera. Nameless object you need to take. I'm thinking still it is a functional programming. Need to write the class name. మీరు ఈయన డాక్టర్ అయితే ఒక్కడు మిగలడు అసలు. మొత్తం హైదరాబాద్ అంతా ఖాళీ అయిపోతుంది 1 month లో. సో ట్రైన్ ఆఫ్. మీరు ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ బ్యాంక్ క్లర్క్ or if you are a doctor, out. So class name. Need to call the method. So nameless object. Execute. So Rishikesh passenger 4 seats reserved, happy journey. 6 seats reserved, happy journey. So 2 seats reserved, happy journey. Himanshu 1 seat not available, try next. If you want to list out the available seats, print of this one, I will go to now I will write it. Now available seats. Available seats. Just a small partition I wrote it here. I'll wrote it TOT seats. This I am writing, ma. This I am writing. This part I would like to write here. This part I would like to write it here. So available seats. So here I will write just for fun purpose this line. And I will write it if TOT seats is equal to 0. What I will write it? Print of what? Backslash T. Backslash T. I'll write it. Train is full. Just I'm writing something like a small code here. Try to run, students. So got it. This case 4 seats. Available seats 8. So keep 6 seats not or reserved. Happy journey. Available seats 2 after that. Ravin, passenger seats are not available. 5 seats not available. KVR 2 seats not available. Available seat 0. Train is full. Himanshu, passenger 1 seat is not available. Try next time. Are you following this? This is about the subject of how threads are internally working. This is done by using what? Oops. Functional programming will be simple. Online students, is it clear, mom? So, like that, to take one example, your company is paying the salary to all the employees. They are giving physical checks for you that are all going to deposit your checks in your account. It will go to a common account in the company account or not. There is also going to be called as what? Multiple employees in the bank, multiple employees who are going to deposit the checks are called what? Customer threads. Going to which method? Withdraw method of the company account. What is that? Multiple customer accounts are called threads, subthreads. Going to the same method called withdraw of the company. That's called one is to many. One account shared by multiple customer threads, also called as what? Synchronization. So, this synchronization concept is done. I will show you the concept once and apply this synchronization concept. I'll show you. You try to see. This is a concept, OS based concept. Start. Read all of you. When multiple threads are operating or working on the same resource means function or method, then by default we get a deadlock result, race condition, wrong result, non-thread safety result. And you have seen already the result, deadlock occurrence functional and object oriented. To overcome this deadlock problem, we must apply the concept of synchronization. The advantage of synchronization concept is to avoid the deadlock result and provides a thread safety result. In Python programming, we can obtain synchronization concept by using locking and unlocking concept. How to apply steps? Steps for avoiding deadlock. First step, obtain or create an object of lock class, which is presenting in threading module. Lock object is equal to threading.Lock off. Lock object created. Next, obtain the lock on shareable resource function or method. We use which function? Acquire. Where to write? Immediately within the method heading, immediately starting, you need to write body starting. A lock object dot acquire. Once the lock object acquire the lock, other thread objects are made wait until current thread object releases the lock. To unlock the shareable resource or current object, we must use release. Lock object dot release. Once you release, what will happen? Once the current object releases the lock, other thread objects are permitted into the shareable resource. That is the function or right. This process of acquiring and releasing the lock will be continued until all the thread objects completed their execution. Locking, unlocking. You have seen with a second by second, you have seen. All at once, you have seen. Lesser the time, faster the execution, also, you have seen. Are you following? This is called which concept? Synchronization. How many models? One is to one thread execution. All at once execution, all the threads in one method execution is the most popular methodology. Are you getting? Like Uber, Swiggy, all the business apps which are there in your mobile, all the requests will go to the same server only. How it is processed? How it is processed? With the threading locking methodology only they are working. Understand? This is about multi-threading concept. This is called a multi-threading concept. Implementation of lockless programming examples. So this is called multi-threading. So tomorrow class, I'm going to start another new topic, that is the regular expressions I'm going to talk. Regular expression. This is also one of the very, very important topic in real-time projects. This is actually supposed to teach in JavaScript. I already come to know what is your JavaScript style, and that's why I'm not worrying about it. That's why I decided to teach regular expressions in Python. So regular expressions will be there in Java, .NET, in all the languages it will be coming. So I'm teaching this regular expressions in Python tomorrow. That is that tomorrow is Thursday, kada? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Actually, Thursday, Friday it will be done, but Saturday also I will take the class. These 3 days, this will be done. With the Saturday, our course will be over. Sunday, refreshing the total Python. Monday, 11 o'clock, you are attending NumPy Pandas class. That is again 45 days to 50 days that will be done. NumPy Pandas, most of the other sessions, 2 days, 3 days each module. Within 1 week, NumPy Pandas Matplotlib will be over. Here we are going to talk so much of content which I am going to explain to you people. Don't miss that. Saturday, this will be over. Monday, 11 o'clock, this will be continued. Same time. Okay now? So try to attend the classes. So students in the online, so I'll stop my class. And Monday, 9 o'clock, new batch is starting. Any friends and relatives are there, tell them. Provided you need to read the notes. మీరు చెప్పండి ముందే మీరు నోట్స్ చదువుకోవాలి లేకుంటే కింద కూర్చోబెడతాడు క్లాస్లో అని చెప్పాలి. యూ నీడ్ టు టెల్ దెమ్. ఓకే ఫైన్. సో కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. చదువుకోండి కొద్దిగా మీరు పోయిన తర్వాత యూ రీడ్ అవుట్. అండ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ యూ, ఎవరీ స్టూడెంట్ మీన్స్ 85% ఆఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ నాట్ రీడ్ డైలీ. అందుకే చదువు రాదు మనకు, రైట్? సో ఈవెన్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద రిలేటివ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ విల్ సే. One of my relative continuously asking, why my daughter is not studying అంటాడు. I said, చాలా క్లోజ్, మాకు చాలా దగ్గర బంధం ఆయన. You send your daughter 2 days to my home, I said. Okay, okay, they said. One day, they brought on Saturday. They said that, you be here for 2 days. He said, no, she's crying. She's crying. బీటెక్ కంప్లీటెడ్. బీటెక్ అయిపోయినమ్మా ఏడుస్తా ఉంది, నేను ఉండనని. ఎందుకని? వై? Like that. And after seeing, I set some rules and regulations to her. You need to read. She is not taking anything. BTech completed. Looking for a job from last 3 years onwards. No job is there. Parents are asking, when do you get the job? When do you get the job? Job లేదు ఏం లేదు. IT BT. So how to get the job? అసలు ఏమి రానివాడికి జాబ్ ఎట్లా తెప్పించాలి, అది మేజర్ థింగ్. డోంట్ నో ఎనీథింగ్, మొద్దు, టాప్ క్వాలిటీ. హౌ టు గెట్ ద జాబ్, హౌ టు గెట్ ద జాబ్. అండ్ ఏం చేయాలి? ఉతికి ఆరేయాలి ఫస్ట్. యునో, వాష్ అండ్ డ్రై, వాష్ అండ్ డ్రై, వాష్ అండ్ డ్రై డైలీ. వన్ డే ఇట్ విల్ షైన్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఉంటే ఉంటాడు, పోతే పోతాడు. వాష్ అండ్ డ్రై, వాష్ అండ్ డ్రై, వాష్ అండ్ డ్రై. చినిగన్నా పోతుంది, తెల్లగన్నా అవుతుంది. అంటే పక్కా తెలుగు లాంగ్వేజ్ ఐఎమ్ స్పీకింగ్. సో ఐ సెడ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్ టు హిమ్. See, legend, I made her to sit. It's same word I said. Actually, we should not do this much hard work when you come to this stage. We have to do in school stage this one. You have to do in school stage this one. School stage you are done, but next onwards to be continued up to your engineering is completed. But you relaxed when you joined your engineering. That's a major problem. So finally, she said, no, I will not be there. So strict like that. So it should be like that only. So mother said that, be here, but father, when she cried, father will have more attachment with the daughters, including me also. But no pampering in the studies time. If you do pampering, over the rest of the life, they will be burden for you. They have to stand on their legs. మీ కళ్ళ మీదనే ఉన్నారు, అది పని చేయదు అది. సో దట్ ఇస్ అ బర్డన్. సో ఎనీ she is not there. So what to do? Every time he will say, my daughter is not studying. No problem. నో ప్రాబ్లం అని చెప్పి ఇంకొక ఐడియా కూడా ఇచ్చాను, మీకు చెప్పకూడదు అది. గర్ల్స్కి తెలుసు ఏం ఐడియా ఇచ్చింటానో, మీకు కూడా తెలుసు. యువర్ బాయ్స్ ఆల్సో నో. ఏదో ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ మీకు తెలుసు. ఓకే. సో ఐ సెడ్ దట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ హ్యాపీ. No, BTech completed now. She has to do job. So I imagined my daughter should be like that. What to do when she is not reading? Leave her. So బాయ్స్ మీ వేరే ఐడియా ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళకి. వాళ్ళు హిమాలయాలకు వెళ్ళాలి ఫస్ట్. ఓకేనా? ఎనీ స్టూడెంట్స్ రీడ్ వెల్ అండ్ go to the next. Tomorrow class, I will go for regular expressions. I am going to start, and that webinar is there. What is that? NumPy pointers. More number of students will attend, and already there is a board is kept. That webinar link you try to register first. The link is becoming more than 500 strength is there. If they increase the length, okay. Otherwise, the 500 after the students when they join in online or offline, online students basically will get a problem. So that's why the webinar link you try to register it. And any friends are there, tell them so and so batch is getting started. And our Python batch is also starting. Intimate to your friends to save their money and career. Okay, carry on. All the